interesting. Because if I throw this, it will explode. Nice. Alright, what's this?
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time and then observe them for years if need be to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
The Golden Cat. I just noticed that this and this part, it's basically the same couple images strewn about. But that's alright. Does the trick. Like, it's all... Ooh, what's this? I cannot go through. It looks like the portal thing. That's a nice little thing. Let's read all the rest of this stuff here. Whale oil refilling station. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. The good Admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump, the magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it in the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Once the refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling the full tanks. They are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Greaves Oil Company has done something correctly, for once. Can I run out of these? No, there's one appearing. Okay. Let's pick this up and go bring this to Pierre. Oh, wait. Have I read everything? I read this one. I didn't read this one. Oh, it's gonna be gruesome. Excerpt from the notes of a natural philosopher aboard a whaling ship. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of TYVIA, the crew hauled aboard a female, some 42 feet in length. I estimate she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing I cut into the mass of tentacles around her mouth. Within I found row upon row of teeth, and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure I assume she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. It's a weird kind of whale they have, with tentacles and the baleen and teeth. That's weird, strange, interesting. Hey, here you go.
Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them.
Interesting.
Just hold still. The fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Some lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need.
Sure. I can do that.
What I can make for you.
Yeah, let's have a look. I'd like some sleep bolts. A lot. Can I sell stuff? No. Upgrades! What's this? Magnify your view. Ooh. Or do I want to accuracy? Let's go this first. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
Indeed. I'll head to my room for sleep. Well, maybe I kind of want to explore this area for a bit.
Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
Sure. Sorry, I look kind of distracted. Ooh, Alt. Okay, so it's Alt to use the zoom. Can I get out of here from here somewhere? Yeah, yeah. Aw. No, I cannot pickpocket this guy. Maybe I need to do this later. I don't know. I need to get to my room. But I also want to climb up there. Can I climb up here somewhere? It's too low. Maybe from over here? Yeah. Don't know what that did or what good it will serve me, but hello. I'm guessing I'm going to find some secrets or something. Yeah, that's definitely a Portal reference. I like it. Hi. I could have gone out the window that I didn't see, of course. You cannot kill the rat's plague. I'm going to try. Whoops. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Oh, let's go around then. It's a neat looking area, I like it. With those slightly...
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact. Violators will be taken to the flooded district for treatment and rehabilitation.
I really love the areas in this game.
I'm
This is
sorry
great.
it's so
Hi.
dark. Oh my, you startled me.
You were just talking to me.
You could only be Corvo. I suppose you're practicing for your, well, your job. You're much
yes.
younger than I expected.
I'm
Do make
wearing a
yourself at
mask.
home. Terrible you got blamed for the death of the Empress, rest her spirit. I used to be the hostess here. Oh, I could tell you stories about that, believe me.
Please do.
You can call on Cecilia for the more menial tasks. It's what she's suited for.
Can I steal your key?
I hope
No.
the bed's to your liking.
Oh, sorry. Litany on the White Cliff. Excerpt from a series of Overseer invocations by High Seer Abram Templeton. Okay, let's read an excerpt from this then. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirit of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd, for the foggy grey wastes of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way. And to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. Yeah.
Let me know if you have trouble sleeping.
Sure. Excuse me. Just gonna eat that pear real quick.
Do not attempt to house.
Oh, another book. Yeah. Harpooner songs. Oh. Interesting. What will we do with the drunken whaler? What will we do with the drunken whaler? What will we do with the drunken whaler early in the morning? Feed him to the hungry rats for dinner. Feed him to the hungry rats for dinner. Feed him to the hungry rats for dinner early in the morning. Way, hey, and up she rises. Ray, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning. Slice his throat with a rusty cleaver. Slice his throat with a rusty cleaver. Slice his throat with a rusty cleaver early in the morning. Stuff him in a sack and throw him over. Stuff him in a sack and throw him over. Stuff him in a sack and throw him over early in the morning. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning. That went well. Nice.
The only way to help them is to bring them to the city.
I promised myself I would read anything.
District for treatment.
And since it was a song and I knew the melody, I thought, hey, let's sing it. Hello. Oh, no, there's no one in here. Coins. 2 more books to read. 3 more books to read. Well then. It's time to have a little toilet break then. Let's read this while we have a little break. Excerpt from a longer work of fiction, The Shadow of Bitterleaf. Finding my way by the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise, esoteric patterns, knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. Ooh. A morbid fascination pushed me closer, until she turned her blank face toward me, resting the needle in his flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. So, you are a lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and it is now your turn to be mended. Wow. Horror novel. I kind of want to read that entire thing now. The Young Prince of TYVIA. A theater play. Lord Nathan Bale and Prince Kalisar are talking. How dare you, sir? Clothed so in my very home? I should hand you over to the watch, depraved Tyvian. That's a harsh welcome for royalty, my lord. Your daughter treated me with much more hospitality. Alas, she has gone out for the evening, leaving me all alone. What are you doing? Leave this house. Go back to your frozen wasteland, pale rascal. No need for anger between us, Lord Bale. Is it so wrong for me to be here? As I've proven, I've developed an affinity for you and your family. Oh my, Kalisar. Your skin is so warm. It burns. What's this? The Gaffer's Tale, Volume 2. The travel journal of a whaler in his final years. Volume 2, or A Gaffer's Final Passage. After more than a quarter of a century, I'm done with whaling, too broken to continue. I've seen all the corners of the isles and made more coin than most men see in a lifetime. But it's all gone. I've lived through an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne. Fair young empress she was, but slain so young. Everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every port of the known world and sailed in the loneliest waters you could imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Brundisia. Even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years come back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies, long, sleek, and singing among the waves under the moonlight, only to be speared by ugly, weather-scarred men who'd knife each other for a good pair of boots. Each year I had less time to come home. My tongue forgot the language of small chatter, and those who lived in the cities thought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she lost her business to the Lord Regent's crooked barrister, I was 100 miles east of Morley, gaff hand frozen from the sleet as we tracked the first bull whale we'd seen in months. I helped her as much as I could, but Nina died in the early days of the plague. None of it mattered. If I'm jaded and bitter, it's because this industry has taken away my dreams. The world has beaten me. That wasn't a very uplifting tale. Let's flush and get out of here. Thank you for the story time. It was fun.
Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust. Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
I'm exploring everything because I like this area, but ooh. Oh, the volume 1 of the Gaffer's Tale. Good. Let's read this then. A Gaffer's Tale, Volume 1, or A Gaffer's Early Adventures. My sister and Nina and I left TYVIA together, saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who had raised us since childhood. Leaving behind our home city of Yarrow and the cold but beautiful white landscapes we had always known, we boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance, and we spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tyrian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish her business, I was free to pursue my dream. Signing on with a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I'd ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday, I would captain my own crew and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beasts upon close. Nothing had ever fired my spirit so as the wind and pounding waves, racing after a wounded whale, being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I changed more in those first 7 months than I had in the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me, so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned, tanned and sinewy with muscle, weather creases already wrinkling the corners of my eyes. But she could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. Well, I read the other part of your story a couple minutes ago, and I'm sad to see that it went a lot worse for you than you expected. Sorry, dude. Admiralty and the Fleet. This is going to be a very ready episode. Not that that's any trouble for me. I like the reading parts. I like the story bits and stuff. But I hope you won't be annoyed with me reading all these books. Admiralty and the Fleet. While each of the isles has some form of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol, hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represents the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies, such as the Greaves Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. A lot of whaling to be done then. Oh, an audio grade. Go ahead.
Log entry 1-4. It seems we have moved to a new phase. Martin's improvisations have borne fruit. The former bodyguard has been freed and is en route to the staging location. Pendleton's voting block and my military connections. All we've lacked is the ability to project lethal force in a controlled manner against a previously inaccessible... to the point, we need a man who can kill the bastards for us. Corvo is more than capable of that, I have no doubt. N-bomb.
Okay.
Switch. Where the hell is it?
Okay.